So, how to ask for a letter recommendation. You always want to ask at least 21 days before your first deadline. Remember, teachers are still teaching, counselors are still counseling, and so last minute stuff doesn't always work. They still have to lesson plan, they still have to grade, they still have to adult, they still have their own family and friends in their lives. And so asking someone right before it's due, it's really not that fair. You want to send an email asking them to write a letter recommendation. I like this practice because even now, as I inquire about different jobs or opportunities and I need a letter of reference or recommendation, I have to send an email. No one knows that I need this. And so it's always important to start this idea of a professional relationship with those you need something from. So that way they feel valued. So yeah, you can totally corner a teacher or a counselor in the hallway and say, hey, I really need a letter recommendation. You might want to plant that seed, but it should come through with a really nice follow-up and a professional email. And in that email, you want to set up a meeting. You can share your college application journey. Where are you applying? What do you want to study? Why do you want to study there? These are all little hints that they can put in their essay. Now, while they're not going to write an essay for a specific school because these particular letters of recommendation are going to go to all schools, at least they can speak to a little bit about who you are and what you're becoming. And so what I like to ask students to do if they're getting more than one letter recommendation from a teacher or two teachers or community member, especially now in the age of Zoom and Google Hangouts, I usually ask them to make some sort of meeting where they can meet with all individuals who are writing their letter recommendation together. This is super important so that way they can decide amongst themselves who's going to write about what. So that way when the letters come into the admissions office, they're actually getting two different character traits. They're getting two different pieces of who you are versus each person kind of saying the same thing. So again, you always want to maximize these particular things. So that's it when it comes to letters of recommendation. Of course, you're going to thank them once you get into a particular school so that way they can know. But this is how you approach it, who you ask for, and when you ask for it. So good luck. I'll see you at the action steps.